Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Healing with Spirit. I'm Reverend Richard Lanigan of St. Bridget's Spiritualist Church. Computer wanted to tell me stuff there. So welcome to all those who are going to join to view this later. This is a healing meditation I really like. It was written by a great friend of mine, Patricia Strong. It's called The Healing Hut, and it's really nice. I think you'll enjoy. I know you will enjoy it. The other part is as you go about any of these healing meditations, I always encourage people to ask your healing guide to go along with you. We all have a personal healing guide, and all you have to do is remember, good evening Denise, and good evening Anna Rumke. How are you? So invite your healing guides along with you, and you'll do a couple of things. You'll receive the healing through your own healing guide, and you also will build a relationship with your guide. Alright, so as I just mentioned, we're going to do the Healing Hut. And again, it was written by Patricia Strong. She's a very good friend of mine, and so I love doing this one too. And I think you'll enjoy it. So, ladies, get yourself nice and comfortable in your seats. And when you're ready, take 3 long, deep breaths, nice and slowly, in and out, breathing in spirit, and on your exhale, have the intention that you're releasing all the negativity that's stored up in your mind, your body, and your spirit. So the whole thing is very positive. Try and keep that on your mind every day, because we breathe in and out every few seconds. So just relax and imagine now you're walking in a nice field out in the country. You're walking down by the river, enjoying the warm sunshine that is beaming down. Nobody else around, nothing to interfere with you, and just enjoy the solitude and the serenity of it all. As you continue to walk, you can hear the birds singing, the bees going about their business, and the soft breeze dances with the leaves on the trees. You now come to a gate or a door. It's a very old, ancient door, and this allows you to enter a forest that you've come across. So you reach out, unlatch the door, it opens away from you onto the other side, and you step over the trestle and close the door behind you. You find yourself on a well-worn path leading through the forest. And again, it's very tranquil, and you're feeling quite wonderful, just being on your own and having peace. You continue your journey until you come to an opening. It's a big green space, and you notice there are several buildings there, small buildings like cabins. You make your way over to the familiar one that is your own. There's a couple of steps up onto the veranda, and when you get onto your veranda, you notice that the door of your healing hut is already open in welcome to you. You walk inside and you make sure by looking around that everything is as it should be. When you're content with that, you notice a small box on a table just inside the door. You open the box and you pour into this all of your thoughts, your anxieties, your fears, your pains, anything that you do not want to hold on to anymore. You shut the box and you ask Spirit to take your troubles away. After a little time, you feel a noise in the box. You take the lid off and streams of butterflies begin to pour out, and they fly out the door, away from the cabin, out into the sunlight, taking all your troubles with them. You look across the room, there's another doorway open, and you enter in there, and you've just come into a beautiful bedroom. Just enough room for a nice bed in there. You climb up onto the bed, lay down, and make yourself comfortable. You call on your healing guide to be with you, and you almost feel a sense of warmth and love. And as you look up above the bed, there's a brilliant, bright light hovering there. This is your healing guide. Thank them for being with you, and ask them for the healing that you would require tonight. Always beginning with a healing for your spirit first and foremost, and then anything else you may require, be it physical, mental, or emotional. I will leave you here now for about 15 minutes to enjoy the healing you can receive and will receive from your healing guide. it is now time to thank your guide. So take your time, open your eyes, and sit up in your bed. Before you leave the room, thank your guide for the healing you received. You make your way out the door, have a final look around again to make sure all is well, everything is in its place. You walk out your front door of your healing hut and close it behind you. You proceed across the veranda and down the 2 steps and begin your journey back out of this beautiful open area, and you find yourself back on the pathway in the forest. You continue your walk back, feeling relaxed, very relaxed from your healing. You continue on until you come back to the big old ancient door. You open the door and cross the threshold and close it behind you. You take a few more paces and you find yourself back out in the beautiful meadow, walking along by the river. And as you get nearer to home, you begin to feel the weight of your body in your chair. And at your leisure, raise your hands above your head. Take a long deep breath, and as you exhale, open your eyes and find yourself back in your room again. I hope you enjoyed that this evening, and I'd like to share something with you, because I'm sure some people have wondered, well, how can we do healing like this, and how can we receive healing like this? And there are no barriers to spirit. And I've been doing healing for quite some time, and I've had some amazing results. And recently, through conversations with spirit, I know that that's what I'll be doing for the remainder of my time here on earth. Healing will be my main focus, because they told me I had come to earth on a healing mission. And so I heard from a lady today that I did a healing for. She lives in Austin, Texas, the United States. She called me because I know her. She used to live in Edmonton, and it's been a great success story with her and I. She's had 4 what I would call amazing healings from spirit, using me as the medium. My job is just to be the connector on earth and to send the healing when it comes down from spirit through me, and to direct it to the person who it's for. So a few months back, she had a really bad fall and smashed her 2 knees, and she was due for surgery. They said she tore the meniscus in both of them, and she also had arthritis in both her knees. She's a little over 60 now, this lovely lady. And so I've done the healing for her, and she texted me last night to say she needed to talk to me today, and that she couldn't wait to talk to me. So I knew there was something good in the offing. As I said, we've had some great work done between us before. So she called me today, and she went to see her doctor yesterday, and she the doctor took more x-rays and then came back to the room and said, wow, your knees are going to last you a long, long time. You're in great shape. And she said, well, I'm supposed to have surgery. And he said, no. He said, your knees are perfectly fine. He said, as a matter of fact, you've no arthritis. And that's a first that I've heard. And she has no pain in her knees anymore. Her meniscus has been repaired, the whole thing. I know that sounds hard to believe, but she is going to write a testimony, and we will have it on our website. I'm telling you this not to sound off about myself, but the power of spirit and healing. And it doesn't matter where you are. You can be across a room or across a street or across a country, the other side of the world, and the healing can be sent. And of course, I can't heal anybody. I'm just like a part of the whole thing. Spirit does all of the work. And so I wanted to share that with you so that you do understand spiritual healing has no barriers, none whatsoever. Okay? So I'll let you, I'll leave you with that little story. It's just amazing. I'm on a real high tonight over it because it's a great confirmation. And this Saturday we're having an afternoon tea. I think we've posted it as between three churches in Alberta. One is in Lethbridge, one is in Calgary, and then St. Bridget's here in Edmonton. And so there's going to be many different mediums to choose from. If you haven't already booked, have a look. It's relatively cheap. I think it's $20 for a 25-minute reading or something like that. So, and like I said, you could, have a reading done by a medium that's not from St. Bridget's and from one of the other churches, so as you get to have an experience with them. Okay. I myself was I'm doing healing this weekend because it's just forefront in my life, and that's where I'm going. So anyway, and then next Sunday morning we will have, I think, Reverend Kim doing our Sunday service. So anyway, I thank you all for joining me, and remember, when you do sit on a healing or you listen to one of the guided meditations on your own anytime, which you can just go on here and play them. It's not just an exercise of futility. You can receive healing if you just understand and you have faith that Spirit is coming along with you, and invite your own healing guide along. Okay? So with that, I'm going to say goodnight for this week, and stay safe, and as you go on your way, may your God be with you. Take care. Good night for now.